What's up, you filthy casuals? It is the most wonderful time of the year. It is the 2015 Lootcast. This is Casual Shenanigans Gaming, a podcast all about the irreverent love of gaming. I'm one of your hosts, Jeremiah. Tonight, making his triumphant return after like 2 weeks off, is Joel.
Huzzah!
All right. and also joining me is Dave.
This is a podcast all about the love of loot tonight, too.
That's true, it is. Dave's true love, loot. And we are also joined by James. Pretty good. I'm going to say it at the top here, and then we'll keep saying it. If you're watching live and you want to win games, if you want to compete for prizes, you should hop into the Teamspeak channel, which I'm sure one of the admins will post that in the YouTube chat right now. Hop into the Teamspeak channel and be hanging out in there. We don't have a lot of people in there now. We'd like to get more people so we can give you games because it's the Lootcast and that's what we do. It's also very fitting that the Steam sale started today. That doesn't hurt. But we're going to start the show, as we always do, with some announcements. We are not going to have an episode next week. We've had episodes on weird days for the past 2 weeks when we record them live. Normally, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it hasn't been the case for the past 2 weeks, and there won't be one next week. We are taking a winter break for New Year's so we can all get together and drink. So there will be no episode next week, but the first episode of the new year, which I believe it'll be on January 7th. On January 7th.
No, it'll be in December.
Shut up. On January 7th, we will be doing our games of the year for 2015, and it's going to be different from most of the other games of the year lists. So you guys definitely come out and check that out, or listen to it later if you can't make it to the live streams. But the live streams are lots of fun, as anybody who watches the live streams can tell you. If you wanted to watch like the longest possible version of the podcast, the live stream's the place to do it. But before we get going, Joel, why don't you catch everyone up a little bit? You've been gone working on Norman. How's that going?
Mm-hmm. Amazing, actually. We've been tearing our way through 132 visual effects for Annie, and we have 74 of them done.
That's pretty good.
So they're taking obviously a couple days off for Christmas, but they are pledging to work till the end of January to finish it all. So if all goes well,
Joel was allowing them 2 days for Christmas, and then whoosh.
No, I gave them. It's funny. I gave them a bag full of like M&Ms and treats and Coke and all sorts. The drugs, of course.
Adderall, cards to give their wives while they're not home.
I gave them gift cards to Chipotle and stuff like that. They've been working so hard, and they've worked a lot longer than the amount I've paid for them to do it. But it was also a little bit of buttering them up, like, please just keep working till you drop.
Don't forget about me.
So hopefully if all goes well, we'll be done by the end of January for the visual effects. So that is huge. Like literally that's amazing. So not too much left for the visual effects.
Sweet. I know this is off topic, but you mentioned Chipotle. At my brother's rehearsal dinner this past weekend, the rehearsal dinner was catered Chipotle. Guys, I did triple meat. Triple meat.
Dude, what is that? Has any man done that?
Can't even handle that.
But like seriously, it was like a Chipotle buffet set up, but you get to dish it out. I was like, this is like my dream. And they gave us so much food. I went to my parents' house the next day, and
it's actually the portion you should be getting when you go to Chipotle, not the little piece of meat they throw in the.
There were jars of salsa and like vats of rice and stuff in the fridge. It was like they have Chipotle for a week now. I was like, this is the dream. Anyway,
we sat on top of the burrito and just ate it right into it.
I do the bowl. The burritos for people who don't want a lot of food. The bowl's the way to go.
Okay, I haven't gotten a burrito. No, I think the last time I was with Dave, I somehow completely forgot everything about Chipotle, and I got a burrito like a roll, and I was like, you like eat it, it's just like it crumbles away. Like I hate eating those things. I really don't like Chipotle that much. I really just don't.
What about the bowls?
It's okay, but
what do you mean it's okay?
The flavors are not my favorite. Like I like more, I guess, American Mexican.
Boy, we missed you, Joel, and your crappy opinions.
So what you're saying is you're like a Del Taco Taco Bell type of guy, you know, authentic. No.
American. I don't like just straight Taco Bell better than that.
You ate Taco Bell on Sunday on the way over to my house.
I ate really quick. I drove out to your house. I wasn't gonna go freaking into Meat Patron and wait for a while.
You're a Meat Patron man.
So that's not
I do
really
like meat Patron.
American.
I like high-end Mexican restaurants, but I think the Tex-Mex style is not as much for me.
High-end Mexican restaurants.
I don't think he means meat Patron when he says high end.
No, I don't mean that. Like we went to one in Disney
High
World,
end.
like
I paid
the really
$8
expensive
a
ones where you pay
meal.
yeah.
No,
$4 for lunch.
I know what you mean. I've only been to a couple like nice Mexican restaurants. They're really good, but at the same time you're eating, you're like, I mean, this isn't that much different. Like the details are better. It all feels cleaner, but it's not like that much better. Anyway, all right. It is now time for the news. Dave, what do you got for us?
News time.
I'm sorry. What?
Sorry, I was off that. I was off.
Sorry, what spaz, Joel?
News time.
Oh, that's much better.
I did it like James like last week.
All right, Dave, take it away.
Okay.
Oh man! First up for some Christmas-related gaming news, the World War I multiplayer shooter Verdun is actually doing a Christmas event. They're recreating the World War I Christmas truce, which is where both sides in the war actually had a day-long truce on Christmas Day, and they exchanged Christmas cards. They played soccer, had snowball fights, and what's cool is they've actually created a custom like Christmas map for the game where you can load in and there's like a different events on the game you can do. You can do a snowball fight. There's actually a Christmas card creator where you can like make your own like World War I style Christmas card and like print it out in real life for people if you want to, or like email it to somebody. And you can do you can play soccer in game in Verdun like on the Christmas map. It's pretty cool. It's like the actual Christmas celebration in game. And I think it's going all this week, and the game's also 40% off, which is that's a pretty cool themed event.
Nice. My item is the HTC Vive, which is Valve's partnership with HTC to make a VR headset. It's kind of like the third wheel in the VR race between Oculus and PSVR. But
not including Samsung's little.
No, because that's really just for phones. That could be really cool for consumer level stuff. For gaming, that's probably not going to be a thing. Whereas the HTC Vive is designed to be good for gaming. But it was supposed to come out at the end of this year, but they've delayed it, they say, because of a really big tech breakthrough, which is kind of an odd way to announce something. They said it was going to come out, but we're delaying it because we discovered something really, really amazing we can do, and we're going to hold it until April. It's going to release in April. Yeah. But we don't have to wait long to find out what the big breakthrough is. It's rumored that they're going to be showing it off at CES, which is in the beginning of January. So hopefully we'll see what it's all about. It looks pretty cool. They've leaked pictures of what the controllers look like and what the headset looks like. It actually looks like a PS3 peripheral, just the way Sony was designing stuff back then. It's black, it's chunky, like it looks pretty cool. I'm kind of excited.
Bring back the Power Glove.
If for no other reason than now that Oculus is owned by Facebook, I think a lot of people are looking to the Vive as like possibly the more PC focused VR headset. So, it may not be anything cool. It may be really cool. We'll see. James, what do you got for us?
Speaking of CES, Nintendo is rumored to be showing the NX behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors with people being able to write about it afterwards, or just super secret?
I'm assuming that some things will be able to get out, but you know how Nintendo is. They did the same thing apparently with the Wii U.
Yeah.
Before that was announced. Mm-hmm. So maybe we'll start getting some actual details and not, patent scouring. We'll see. I still don't have any faith, honestly, especially after the patent. But we'll see. The other thing is I got a Nuka Cola Quantum this week at Target. Actually, I got two.
Nice.
So, but I had a little bit of an issue. The fiasco. The first time they released them was that a lot of them were pretty much gone when the store opened. Mm-hmm. Which sucks that employees were throwing them on eBay. But this time, unless you knew about the street date, you didn't know that they had them in the store. Mm-hmm. They didn't advertise it. They didn't put a sign that says we have it. They didn't put it anywhere where consumers could actually find it. They had them all either hidden behind the counter, or in some cases locked inside the counter. And you basically had to go up and just ask for it. I felt like I was doing a drug deal or something.
That's so weird.
And then they only limited it to one bottle per customer, which I thought was even crappier.
Yeah,
So,
but would you rather have it limited and you get one, or not limited and get none?
I mean, but originally it said two. The limit was 2,
Mhm.
and a lot of stores were exercising their ability to do it for 1,
Mhm.
which kind of sucked. But oh well.
Cool.
Are you gonna drink it, or do you think you're just gonna?
I'm just gonna leave it.
I mean, you could drink it and then just fill it up with a similar looking liquid.
How much was it, James?
$3 a bottle.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
I knew they were a
exactly
little
the
bit more
normal
expensive than
Jones
just regular
price.
soda.
But I think that's the thing that pissed me off is the whole purpose of, I imagine, doing the campaign like this would be to make something like in a game a little more mainstream, because you don't get much more mainstream than a retail store like Target or Walmart, stores that a lot of people go to,
Yeah.
and for it to just be quickly hoarded off and become just an instant collectible item that nobody even got exposure to, kind of annoyed me.
James, I totally thought of an amazing idea that they could have done that would have been incredible. What if they, I mean, gosh,
Made
I
more?
don't know how expensive this would have been. What if they could have brought either it looks like one, but a fake Nuka Cola machine, and you could put quarters into it and you could get Nuka Colas, like just for a certain amount of time. Like it would just be like I don't know, you could just put a front piece of plastic on the front of an actual soda machine or something. I don't know, something like that. That'd be actually really cool.
All right. This is an interesting last news item. So, Arkham Knight, they kind of put out the big patch that was supposed to fix everything, and it didn't. And then they kind of went, oh, well, move on, which is kind of what's happened with the last couple Arkham games, but people kept buying. But another patch just dropped, like out of the blue. They're like, but wait, here's more. And the patch notes say it has restored heavier rain during the opening section of the game. It fixed missing rain effects, miscellaneous gameplay fixes and stability improvements, which is always the fun one. Miscellaneous improvements, not the game will run well for you, but some stuff's better. Frame times are more consistent for 60 hertz monitors running at 30 FPS with VSync enabled. That's good. And then minor performance optimizations for certain combinations of hardware. Hopefully that means hardware that has the minimum RAM requirements, because the game doesn't work with the minimum RAM requirements. Actually doesn't work with the recommended RAM requirements. I was still having issues with it. So they added a few other things. So we'll see if they continue to patch stuff, but it looks like at least somebody over there cares enough to keep making stuff. So that's cool.
I wonder which game is going to become playable first, Tony Hawk or Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight, because if you had a
So
fast
PC.
enough computer, you could play Arkham Knight, like with a few issues.
I mean, my
but
computer, I've had no issues with it at all.
yeah. Well, no, there were issues. There was stuff missing, but you wouldn't
I
know
guess.
about
Well,
it.
I guess there's no game breaking issues that
Right.
I've experienced.
Yeah, if you
I
had a-
can't. I haven't been able to play it at 60 FPS because it won't handle. At least I can't remember the last time I played it now. But it's been solid at 30, and so it's been kind of fine. So I've had no problem with it. But it sounds like it's had a lot of crappy issues for everyone else.
Yeah.
Well, Tony Hawk had a 7 gig patch last month.
It had a patch bigger than...
Well, I mean, they basically rewrote the game, I'm assuming.
Yeah, well, when the game
'Cause they
first
don't
came
have
out,
a
there was a
patch.
patch that was bigger than the size of the game on the disc. And then last month, there was another patch that was bigger than the size of the game on the disc. So I think they're just copying over entirely new builds. Like, it's that far screwed up that you need an entirely new build of the game. I'm assuming. I mean, I can't... If you're giving more data than the game had originally, you assume that's what's going on. But... the news is out of the way. It's now time for the loot stories. A hallowed tradition on this, the third of the Lootcasts, is us hosts. We pour out our shame to you about the whorish things we've done this past year for the loot. And normally my stories aren't very good because I don't really care about looting stuff in games that much. Like I want to get better equipment, but you know I don't like. I'm not like Dave, and I'm not like James, and Joel to a lesser extent, but mostly Dave, and then some James. So
I got angry watching Joel playing Fallout, like legitimately angry.
well, I've
He was
got
leaving loot on the tables.
He's not doing it right.
James is, I like how James says, like,
James is
sorry,
disappointed.
Guys, I have a rule book here. You're not doing it right.
James is just disappointed in you, like he's not mad.
Yeah, I know. He's like,
I'm
I
mad.
mean, I still accept you, Joel. I
you
just,
would have been pissed because I told
I know
Dave,
you could do better.
I told Dave a story how I like just killed these 3 guys who were like hostages, and I didn't take any of their weapons. I just left them there. And you'd have been like, why did you like, one guy had like a couple guns and like some, I didn't even take their caps.
All right, this is Jeremiah's story. We'll get to your story.
Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Hate the sinner, love the sin, or hate the sin, love the sin.
Done.
Hate both of them.
All right. So, I like cars.
And I cannot lie.
And Grand Theft Auto 5 has some really great cars in it. They're not real world cars, but they look kind of like real cars. Well, when I like cars, I like exotics. Everybody who likes cars like has a little spot in their heart for Corvette ZR1s and Ferraris and Bugatti Veyrons and stuff. Like you have to respect those even if it's not your thing.
I know some of these words.
But when I'm thinking of cars like I want to own, like my dream garage doesn't have any of these cars in it. And the same thing is true in Grand Theft Auto. I like interesting cars. And there's a lot of interesting cars in Grand Theft Auto 5. So when we first got the game on PC, started playing GTA Online, you could have 2 garages. So I bought a high-end apartment with a 10 garage, and I bought another just garage downtown. So I can hold 20 cars. So I filled it up. Then they released some DLC and free DLC, and they said you can buy a third property. I bought a third property. And I filled that up. I was up to 30. Then they came out with a fourth one like a month or two ago. And I was like, oh baby, it's time. But at this point I was pretty broke. I would heist like all week. And then I would just buy cars. Like in 2 minutes, I would spend all the money I'd earned that week buying more cars. I tricked them all out.
You just wouldn't buy stock cars either. Like you'd customize them,
they
right?
all have to be tricked out. Yeah, they're all
of course.
They're all highly unique, and I didn't do the standard builds that everyone does online. Like mine were all very, very unique looking.
That's a word.
So I was up to 30, and everything was going great, but I was really broke. Like it was really hard. It was really hard to earn enough money because I'd bought most of the cheap cars or stolen the cheap cars you could steal. And I was kind of running low on options because like, even if I wasn't going to be driving the cars, I made sure they were all turbocharged and had the engine mods and stuff. So they were as fast as they could
be. But don't you have to race each car to unlock all that?
No. You just have to win enough races in a certain category.
You have to do races to get to the ability to buy that stuff.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So then they came out with the ability to get to a fourth garage. And that one took longer to fill up. I won't lie. But then they announced that the Executives and Other Criminals update was coming out, and they said, we're going to let you buy like a mansion in the hills or like a stilt house in the hills, which I was very excited about. And I was like, all right, it's time. I'm going to sell off some garages. I'm going to sell some cars. I'm not driving some of these. I'm going to condense them down. It's time to bring the troops back. I'm going to have my high-end apartment, my house in the hills, maybe one other garage. I was actually thinking about going down to just 2 garages, just my 2 nice houses, fill those with cars, and I'd be done. I'd only keep the cars I really, really drove.
If you're just tuning in, we're talking about GTA, not his real life.
Yeah. So
thank you, Patreon.
So I jump in when the update comes out, and as soon as I hop in the game and I go to shop for cars, it goes, congratulations, you can buy a 5th property. And I sat there for a minute and I was like, because I'd been selling cars off already, but you can only sell like 1 per day to avoid gaming the system. So I'd only sold like 4 or 5 cars. That you could buy a 5th property. And I was like, well, I'll just look what the prices are. So I now have 5 properties, a garage capability of 50 cars. And as of today, I have 50 customized, unique cars.
You already filled it?
Online. It's full. It's full.
It just came out.
Jeremiah is winning in life because he's winning in the game.
Yeah. I've spent about $5 million on cars this week.
I haven't spent $5 million in the game.
Yeah. I've got one more. A surprise loot story. I'm playing The Witcher. I'm playing Hearts of Stone. Everything's going well. I have my armor that I'm pretty happy with, but I've also built all the other sets, and I just keep them in my inventory thinking maybe I'll put them on. I don't actually really swap them out that much, but you know how long it takes to get all the stuff to make all the sets of armor?
A long time.
Takes a while. I spent like 2 nights just like roaming. I did fast travel a lot for this, just ping-ponging across the map with with a browser window open, like scrolling through on my phone, looking for like the fastest routes to get everything. Has all the armor now. I like it.
I'm so proud of you, Jeremiah. I'm so proud.
Those are my loot horror stories.
Dave's beard is just like shining.
It's quivering.
Right now.
Quivering and shining.
Now, Joel, we need to give some games away.
Yeah, can I do this part? I mean, like,
I'm gonna kick it over to you.
I'll let you get.
We have a game. We have a game to play this year to give away
we
games.
do.
Now, if you're thinking like, what games? What games could I possibly win? Well, you could win Grand Theft Auto 5. You could win Rocket League. You could win The Witcher 3, and you could win Fallout 4. Or if you lose,
and the Nebula.
And the Nebula from Hell
for the
board
sorry,
game.
sad person at the end.
You can also. There aren't that many people in the Teamspeak right now, so chances are all of them will get to play. Hopefully, we have enough people. We don't have to give all these away. These are just the options. But if you don't win these, you don't win these games because you don't win the game that we're going to be playing. You could win such things as Bad Rats, Shower with Your Dad Simulator, and Fingered, which is actually it's a
What
game,
a weekend.
It's a game about people who have been getting like fingered in a crime, like set up for a crime. But that's not what I thought when Debbie sent me the link earlier today. I was like, I don't think we're going to be giving that to anybody. I mean, I don't know if it's better or worse than Shower with Your Dad Simulator. Tyler bought a bunch of them. He keeps trying to give them to people.
Is it multiplayer?
Shower with Your Dad?
No. That's a missed opportunity.
Shower with your friend's dad.
It'd just be funny. It's just everyone just walking in the shower, slapping each other's butts with towels. Come on. I play that
If you
multiplayer
everybody
game.
else were just being awkwardly quiet while Joel incriminates himself.
Come on. That would be hilarious. Realistic physics.
Okay.
Are you going to do the mocap for that?
Literally, no one asked for this. But it's now time to play the first round of what's our game called this year? Joel?
Joel's bullshit Christmas trivia challenge.
That's not... Joel, come on. You're a game show host. Welcome to Joel's Bullshit Christmas Trivia. With me, your host, Jeremiah. Not Joel. Joel will be actually giving you the game. He'll be administering the game.
So then you get a game. If you lose, you get bullshit.
Like Shower with Your Dad Simulator, Fingered, or Bad Rats. There also might be a Princess Pony's Magical Sparkling Adventure, whatever that unicorn game is. I think I've got a copy floating around. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to randomly drag somebody into our TeamSpeak channel, and that person gets to play the game. Are you ready, Joel?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Are they ready?
Hello? Hello?
Who do we have here?
Do we have... Is this person... They're not here. Well,
Is this on?
This is awkward.
Hello.
We're throwing them back. We're grabbing someone else. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going, Oscars?
Pretty good. How are you?
We're doing all right. Have you participated in any Lootcasts before? Oscars?
Died.
Oscar, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. Hi. How's it going?
Can you hear us?
I can now. I had to pause the stream. It was...
Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right. Can you hear us okay now?
Yes.
Okay. Fornivan, we'll come back to you. Sorry, we didn't know you weren't ready. Okay, Oscars, how long have you been listening to the show?
For quite a while.
Quite a while. Okay, have you heard any of the other Lootcasts?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Is this your first time calling in?
It is.
Okay, all right. Well, welcome. Thank you for coming out. The way the game works is Joel is going to read you 3 things. You have 3 questions. Each one you have to choose what's true and what isn't. If you get 2 out of 3, you win your choice of all the games we read off.
I mean, you just have to choose which one you think is the actually true. So I've created my own bullshit answers or bullshit trivia, and so I'm going to read both of them off. And then, you let me know which you think is the actual real one. So,
and
does he have to get all 3 correct?
No, he has to
you
get
have
2.
to get 2 out of 3.
Okay.
All right. Any questions about the game before we begin?
Are they going to go one at a time, or are you going to do all 3? And then
I'll do one at a time.
We'll do one at a time. And also, what game are you playing for this evening? What game out of the list we read did you want?
Fallout.
Fallout. All right.
Or Fingered, if I lose.
You don't get to choose the losing game.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're not playing that game. That game's playing you.
Can you give him? Hold on.
Wait, what?
All right.
Nothing. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, all right, Joel.
So here, I'm going to read off 2 different ones. I'll tell you which one. So for number 1, which one is true? In Norway, no cleaning is allowed on Christmas Day. Families hide their brooms away in closets and out of sight so that witches or evil spirits don't steal them.
That's option
All right,
one.
so that's option 1. Option 2. At exactly 7 a.m. on Christmas morning in Tibet, children are woken up and are instructed to swing 3 strands of rope with large beads on them for several minutes, chanting to scare away the Yetis. So which one is true?
I'll go with hiding of the brooms.
Ding, 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 ding. Yep,
Nice.
that's true.
All right,
bad.
good job. All
My
right,
bullshit's going to get better.
you are half of the way to that shiny new copy of Fallout 4. Are you ready for question number 2?
Don't tempt me.
All right.
Do keys shine? I don't know if keys shine.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
An Albanian delicacy called the byrek is often filled with soft, squishy little donuts filled with blue cheese and honey. They eat this throughout the day while sipping on raki. Ready for option number 2. In Germany, parents hide a single pickle inside of a Christmas tree. The first child to find it on Christmas morning receives a gift.
I'll go with hide the pickle.
Oh, man!
Oh,
got it!
man! Oh,
You
my
just
goodness.
guessing, or did you think that was going to be it?
I knew the pickle one.
Oh, he
Okay.
knew the pickle. Oh, he's played.
We've all
he's played
played hide the pickle.
Hasn't we all?
I think that one's probably the most obvious out of all of them.
I think that's the quote of the podcast too. I'm gonna go with hide the pickle.
Always a good choice. Okay. All right,
You
now.
want to read the third one for fun?
No.
Yeah.
Let's say let's.
I might
let's,
save it just in case we need one.
Actually,
Okay.
let's up the ante. Let's up the ante. We got plenty of ways to give stuff away. If
Oh, see if you can get those last ones.
if you
right.
get
get
this
that
last
losing one,
one,
too.
we will throw in a copy of Fingered. How does that sound, Oscars?
All right.
All right.
I'll roll my dice or whatever.
All right. All right.
Well, you don't. If you don't get this, you still get Fallout.
Yeah. We're not. Oh, we should do double or nothing
Oh,
for
we
someone
should-
later
yeah,
on. Oh, that'll
we're
be
doing that.
fun.
We'll
The
double or
bond- if the
nothing for a
bonders get
copy
on.
of Fingered.
That's the next guy though, right now.
Yeah. Not you. Not you. Of course. All right. Joel. What do we got?
Which is true. Parents used to share this story to young children in the village of Utapao, Taiwan. It tells of the adventures of Teak, a friendly gift-giving sea urchin that would travel back and forth between spirit realms, delivering gifts to children that are well-behaved during the winter months. And for option 2, the Czech Republic has a popular tradition of chucking your shoe behind you towards a door. If the shoe lands with the toe pointing towards the door, you are going to get married soon.
It's like spin the bottle with the door.
I'll go with the Taiwan teak gift giving.
You're wrong.
Oh.
The village of Utapao, Taiwan. That's from Star Wars. Except, I mean, Taiwan's not, but Utapao is from Star Wars.
Taiwan's not from Star Wars. Well, you still want a copy of Fallout 4. Thank you for
Thank you for playing.
Thank you for playing, Oscars. Now,
I don't
Jeremiah,
get
we
Fingered.
need to have that tradition. We need to have that traditions conversation because you're so stupid.
we do. Yeah, that is pretty
Traditions
bad.
are so stupid.
But Oscars, you got to write in to casualshenanigans@gmail.com with your Steam ID and with your name and then what you won tonight, and we'll make sure we get you. Do you want a Steam key or are you a console player?
Steam key is great.
Steam key is great. Okay, all right, we will hook you up.
Yeah,
with
it is.
that. Thanks for coming out, man.
Don't
Thank you very
forget to
much.
write in because people have forgotten to write in.
Yeah,
in the
people have
past,
forgotten.
and This is a big one.
Yeah, on episode 100, we actually had a couple gifts that went unclaimed because people didn't write in with their info. So make sure you do it. We'll hook you up, and thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
All right, later, man.
Later.
User was moved.
Fornivan's changed his name to Fornivan. I'm ready now. We'll get him in a minute. But now it's time for James and Joel to share their loot stories. What you
James,
got?
go ahead, go first, and I'll.
No, you
follow.
go first because I have less loot story than you this time. I was going to feed off yours.
Well, I was going to save
remember?
the best for last.
You're a dick. I know by
Guys, it's
default mine is
Christmas.
better than yours.
All right, I'll go ahead. So I don't really have too many video gaming loot stories this year because I'm not much of a loot whore in video games, but Star Wars and Jeremiah,
this is celebration of all
James
loot.
reminded me of this, and I was just like, oh yeah, this would be perfect. So I really hated all. What's the other game series, James? It's not. You collect stuff. Skylanders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I hated that kind of stuff. I just thought it was so stupid. But when Star Wars came out, I was like, it might be fun. Just something to do before Force Awakens comes out, just to pass the time. And so I got the first set, which includes Ahsoka Tano and Anakin. Yeah. And I was like, this is really fun. So we played through that and we did everything in that game. And it was really, really fun. Then it got a little bit worse. Then I got Obi-Wan. Then I got Luke.
They have a
then
Luke?
I got Yoda. Got Leia. Then I got Han Solo for a gift. I don't remember what it was for, but Joy, that's the only one Joy's got me so far because I bought the rest. Then I got Finn. Then I've got Rey. And son of a bitch, I got Kylo Ren.
How much do each of these cost?
Don't ask at all.
Are they $20 more or less than
No,
$20?
They're not $20.
Are they $10?
You can get it for $10. I've gotten a few for $10, but they're usually 15.
They're 10 to 15 a piece.
So you have $100 of little figurines in your desk right now.
That makes me so happy. You can't understand the amount of glee setting this thing down at lights. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, how did I turn from an absolute hated this shit, and now I'm like, I own all this shit now. So yeah, I don't know if it wasn't Star Wars, I wouldn't be into it, but Star Wars just bent me over.
See, I have 6 of those characters.
That's pretty good.
Of the ones he just lifted up. I have about 30 more.
Of regular Skylanders for other stuff?
Yeah, like the Avengers and Mickey and Donald
What
and
do
all
you do
those.
with them?
Let the kids use them.
What do you do with them though?
Oh, do you know how it works?
No.
Basically, it's physical DLC.
Oh.
On disc DLC.
They're amiibos.
No, they're
amiibos.
toys to life characters that bring enjoyment and happiness into homes of kids.
So they work just like
An
amiibos.
adult man.
No, amiibos are actually amiibos don't really work that well. Like with Disney Infinity, you actually get to be the character. You also get several different items unlocked in the game.
Mm-hmm.
With amiibos, you only sometimes depending on the game, you only get a certain power unlocked or something. Only while you're using the amiibo. So, but I know I don't spend $15 on the characters. I don't get them unless I'm paying $7 or $8 at the most.
Yeah, because then it's reasonable.
I mean,
I went out Friday and picked up The Force Awakens. The second I woke up.
Why did you get them before then? Did they not come out then?
It didn't come out until then.
Did you take Friday off from work, or was that on the way to work?
I'm really grateful I took Friday off from work, dude. I couldn't have gotten anything done. I could not concentrate at all. Seriously, I was up till 3:30 in the morning on Thursday night or Friday morning, and gosh, I could not have done anything
because you were so excited.
My brother called me. He was like, "Dude, I can't get anything done today." He's like, "All I've done is just listen to reviews and look at everything, and try to figure mysteries out." So I'm definitely gonna have to take every Friday off every time there's a Star Wars movie coming out. That has to. I literally would do nothing. So I'm really.
I understand.
All right, James, is that your loot story?
I mean, I've done a lot of looting this year. I told you about the Nuka Quantum.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I got those.
That was an expedition for Quantum right there. You planned that out. You were watching when they were going to come out again. You were ready for that target trip.
Well, I was checking the inventory too to see which targets I could hit on the way to work. So I hit 3 on the way to work.
This is a loot horror story for sure.
I appreciate this.
No, I actually got...
James, no. All right, let's zoom out.
I may have asked to speak to the manager when they said you can only have one.
Schedule for which target was going to have soda branded from a video game so you could swing by on the way to work at your adult job and pick up this video game branded soda. That's looting. That qualifies. It's a badge. This you don't have to defend it, James.
That's not looting. That's lifestyle. That's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it is.
It's a frame of mind.
It's a disease.
I got one of those from your mom.
Anyway,
No, yeah, I mean, I picked up all those little Scribblenauts figures this year. They were only $1 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to the different stores. At first, I bought like a few, thinking, all right, this is stupid. What are these going to be?
But you picked up a few first,
This is
thinking they were stupid.
I'll just buy a few.
Why did you get a few when you already thought they were stupid?
Well, I mean, at first I was doing it all like dignified, like just buying it and just accepting whatever I got. And I was like, screw it. I'm going to start opening the box and looking inside and see what characters are in there so I don't keep buying extras. So I've got like 25 of those.
And what are those again?
Let me reach and show you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, okay. I remember you showing us those. That's cool.
Gosh,
There's a guy I know. He does Magic the Gathering, and he has a gram scale he brings to stores because he knows how much packs weigh if they have certain numbers of foil wrapped cards in them, and he'll weigh every single card pack in the store surreptitiously until he finds the ones that weigh like a half a gram more, and he buys all those.
That's just
amazing.
ridiculous.
All right.
My whole life though is loot.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
I mean, the way I buy my books, I buy at a used bookstore, but I usually get really good books for like $5.
Mm-hmm. I haven't been to a bookstore in a while. I should go. I kind of miss them. Like audiobooks are just, they're still more money than I think they should be. And like, I don't know, every digital book, I still feel like the bubble needs to burst and the prices need to come down to something more reasonable.
Do you buy them individually or do you do like the credits?
I don't do the credits thing because I don't have a commute, so I don't have a consistent time to listen to audiobooks.
Mm-hmm.
I can't listen to them while I'm working on stuff. I listen to music or watch TV or something. So I would need some other time to do it.
I've gotten more than my money's worth out of my audiobook subscription this year.
Mm-hmm. If I had a commute, I'd do it. But anyway, it's now time for round two.
Joel, did you have another story? Did you have something else?
No,
the best for
only
last.
last thing I was going to say is
me right in the middle of what I'm saying.
when I walk into Toys R Us and like honestly see Star Wars toys, like I'm like, oh gosh, like it calls to me, like, because I just have such fond memories of being a kid looking for action figures and stuff like, and I think the reason why the Disney Infinity characters I've enjoyed it so much because if they did nothing on their own, like if they didn't connect to the game, they had no, I guess, value other than just being a prop. Like I have one Kylo Ren action figure that I'm just sitting on my desk, but like I wouldn't get a whole bunch of them just to sit there. But because they're part of a game, it's like, oh, it's like when I was a kid, I could play with action figures, but this one I can still play with them, but in a video game form. And so I don't know. But gosh, just seeing all the Star Wars stuff, it's just like, oh, it's just, I literally can't help it. I'm like, dang you, Star Wars, like you're coming out with this awesome stuff. You're pulling all my strings.
How many times have you seen it? How many times have you seen it in theaters?
I've seen it twice. So
okay. Are you going to come down and watch it the day after Christmas with me? You going to drive 3 hours just to watch a movie and drive back?
Oh no.
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I would love to. I'm not sure yet though. It just depends on what.
That's kind of a joke invitation. I mean, you're obviously welcome to, but that's kind of like a joke. Like I don't expect you to drive 3 hours to watch a movie and drive back.
Well,
hey,
I wouldn't drive
challenge.
for you, but I would drive for
friendship
Star Wars.
challenge. Come see it
thanks.
with me. I have IMAX too.
Oh, James, you went and saw it after everybody else. What'd you think?
I loved it.
Cool. All right, it's now time for.
I was gonna say just.
Oh my goodness!
Let's just keep interrupting Jeremiah.
I love the part where the big reveal where they're talking about just kidding. I'm not gonna spoil it.
I never saw Jar Jar coming. For our listeners though, I did keep a Joel cry count for everybody because I got to experience it on opening night with Joel, which was fantastic. Our official Joel cry count was 4,
and that's 2 more than George Lucas.
Joel approved, basically.
He consoled himself with just cash.
He probably cried after he saw the Monday box figures.
Yeah.
All right, it's now time. It is now time for Joel's Bullshit Christmas Trivia Round 2. So we will be choosing Fornivan because
He's ready now.
Yeah, he's ready now.
User was moved to your channel.
How's
Are
it
you
going?
really ready now?
Ooh.
I'm ready now, guys.
All right, sweet. How's it going, Fornivan?
Hello.
How long have you been listening to the podcast?
Quite a long time, I think.
Have you ever
No.
written in or called in before?
Yeah, I think it was on the 50th anniversary.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So you didn't do anything on our 100th anniversary. Thanks, man.
Sorry.
Did we do call-ins on that one, Joel?
No, we did. Call it. No,
That's
he,
true.
he said he emailed, but I was like, what? No email on the 100th?
Wow. Thank you for listening to the show. Also, is there another way we should be pronouncing your name?
Nah, it's fine.
Okay. I mean, no. Is it fine and we're stupid Americans who can't pronounce your name, or is that actually how it's pronounced?
A little bit of both.
Okay. Good enough.
We'll accept that.
Ho, ho, ho.
75% honesty. I'm okay with that. All right. Do you remember the rules of the game from when Oscars played it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. The basic rules are Joel is going to have 3 questions or three different instances. He's going to read you 2 things each time, and you have to choose which one of them is true and which one of them is not. And which game. Fallout 4 has already been claimed, but out of The Witcher 3, GTA Online, Rocket League, what was our other big one? Witcher 3, GTA Online,
Nebula.
Rocket League, the Nebula from Hell. Which one of
I added
those?
the Fallout 4 claim to the top. Dave.
Which one of those would you like to play for this evening?
Rocket League.
Rocket League. All right. On
yeah.
on PC or PS4?
Busy.
All right, sweet. It is now time to kick it over to Joel.
Alrighty, so which is true? According to local folklore in Ukraine, a poor old lady could not afford to decorate her Christmas tree, so she let spiders decorate it with their webs. In the morning, her children came down and saw the tree, and upon touching the webs, they turned to gold, and they were never left for wanting again. This is now why the people of Ukraine decorate trees with artificial webs instead of regular decorations. Alright, option 2. In Poland, it is not a rare thing to watch couples tie their feet together with bungee cords. They would dance close together, and anyone they would see while doing this must wish them a happy future and usually offer up money or food as a token of goodwill. This was a symbol of the country coming together as one after World War II. Which one is true?
I don't know. I'll say the Ukrainian thing.
So you're saying that one's true?
Yes.
Yay!
Nice.
Whoa, that's true.
Bungee cords, Joel?
Yeah, are the ones that aren't true, are you just making them up on the spot?
They're pretty much 100% bullshit. But some of them I'm weaving in actually some stuff from other cultures that they do kind of similar things. but
Like
not
Star
100%.
Wars culture.
All right, here we go.
Can you give them an A and a B this time? Give them letters.
Okay, that works. Yeah, that works.
I mean, option 1, option 2, that's not going to...
Well, you say number 5, option 1. Option 2.
I didn't
All
say
right, go ahead.
numbers. Okay, which is true? A. An obscure tradition is the Caganer, a Christmas statue found in nativity scenes in Andorra and sometimes Spain and Italy, and even sometimes Portugal. The scene depicts the entire town of Bethlehem, but this lone Caganer is usually tucked away in a corner, far away from Mary and Joseph. The Caganer needs privacy because he is taking a crap. Nobody knows exactly where this comes from. There are a few explanations, but the truth still is unknown. B. On Christmas Eve in the Amazon, although they don't celebrate Christmas, they do celebrate an event called Shiraka. Shiraka is a full-encompassing event that everyone within the village is invited to partake in. It involves throwing fire daggers at the Willala, a representation of a monster commonly told in children's books. The event goes on for 24 hours straight, and the villagers cook all sorts of food, and there is much dancing and drinking. And you guys need to stop clicking around on it because all the little icons pop up and I can't read. Which is true?
I have no idea, so I'm just gonna go with the first one.
Man, you're correct.
Oh,
Lucky.
you have won a copy of Rocket League, Farnavan. Good
Nice.
job. Now, would you like to play? We have a bonus gift donated to the show. If you get the third one correct, you can win a copy of, I swear I'm not making this up, Super 3D Noah's Ark.
Yes.
Would you like to play for a copy of Super 3D Noah's Ark?
Of course.
How do you say no to that? All right, what's the last question?
All right. Which is true? A. Scandinavian countries enjoy playing a game of Tip the Teacup on Christmas morning. It involves filling a cup full of water and tipping it onto children who get questions wrong. B. The British wear paper crowns while they eat Christmas dinner. The crowns are stored in a tube called a Christmas cracker.
Well, I got the 2 first ones correct, so I'm gonna go with the second one this time.
Man, you got it right. You got it right!
Yeah.
Man.
You're getting 3D Noah's Ark!
Super 3D. Super 3D
my
Noah's
bad.
Ark.
That's the HD remastered.
All right,
yes.
write into casualshenanigans@gmail.com with your Steam ID and the games you won to remind us, and we'll hook you up.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks for coming out, man. Thanks for listening to the show.
Thanks for
Yeah,
playing.
thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. All right. I'm going to throw you back into the pool now.
Yay.
Later.
PSA, Rocket League DLC
Yay.
is 30% off right now.
User was moved out of
Cool.
your channel.
Buy some cards.
It is now time for Joel's Christmas surprise. Not something I'd normally want based off the name. But, host.
Yule log that keeps on giving.
Oh. That Yule log burns all night long. Do you guys have the MP3 I threw into Dropbox?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Queued up.
All right. Is everybody ready to listen to Joel's Christmas surprise?
No.
I never will be.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Ready.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Evening, Shane.
Evening, Joel.
Well, Christmas is getting close, isn't it?
It sure is.
You know, there's nothing quite like camping outside with your favorite buddy. Not telling anyone where you're going, just heading out in the woods with your best friend, nobody around, just camping together by your favorite tree.
'Tis the season for believing.
Believe it in loot, that is.
So where'd you find this tree, anyways?
Wouldn't you like to know? 'Tis a long and grand story, my dear Shane. Maybe for another time. But, you know, it's getting late and the stars are coming out in their full glory.
Oh, come on. Tell me your delicious secrets.
Well, I could tell you the story about this tree. Or, how about an even better idea?
I like ideas.
I thought you would. I'm going to sing a little song I cooked up about my favorite tree. Call it the looting tree. Grab your guitar and strum me a tune, would you?
Sure thing, Joel.
Oh, that's very beautiful, Shane.
Oh, looting tree, your gifts are so delightful. Oh, looting tree, thy coins fill my bulging purse. Just when you think I could hold no more, I stuff the rest in my trusty horse. Oh, looting tree, your treasures always satisfy. Oh, looting tree, your loins of gold fill me with glee. Oh, looting tree, my body's clean and ready.
For every year that goes on by, I hope we never have to say goodbye. Oh, hell no. Oh, looted tree, if you leave me, I'm gonna die.
Oh, looting tree, where are my piles gold and gleaming? Oh, looting tree, I think I might start screaming.
Dude, whoever stole my precious loot, I'll skin him dead and then I'll shoot. Oh, looting tree, oh, you son of a bitch. I bet it's Dave who stole my loot.
Dave, did you steal my loot? Dave, did you steal my loot? I'm gonna kick your ass, you son of a Get back here, I'm gonna smack you upside the head.
Oh my goodness, Joel, that's amazing.
What the?
Oh my goodness.
Surprise!
Thank
I thought you were
you
gonna
for
say
that.
you and Shane were pregnant, but that's true too, I guess.
Will this be available on iTunes later?
yeah.
I'm gonna put a download link. I'm gonna cut out just the song if that's okay, and put a download link in the description for the podcast.
I have a new ringtone.
Oh, God.
Get back here, Dave.
If you like the other sexy voice on the podcast, that's Shane, the Ultra Grunt. All right,
Oh, man.
who's ready to give away something else. Now we're going to take a break from Joel's bullshit Christmas trivia. We will come back to it. But I think let's do something a little bit harder. Let's give away another game, but people have to get a little more correct. How does that sound? There's going to be 5 things. They have to get 3 of them correct, and it's not multiple choice. Ooh. It's now time for Casual Shenanigans Trivia. And guess who gets to play?
User was moved to your channel.
Hello there, a weird stranger.
You got to unmute your mic. Hello.
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 Live on the internet.
Good.
This is a weird stranger. If you guys are pissed off at the extremely long mail that we have to read every single week, you can thank her. How's it going?
It's good.
Sweet.
You sound so excited to be on the podcast. Thank you for calling in.
She only gets excited when she gets
I
really
hope you
mad
win.
at like 3 a.m. and writes extremely long emails to us.
Right.
What game out of all the games we listed, is there any particular game you want to play for this evening? Rocket League has been claimed and Fallout 4 has been claimed, but there's still The Witcher 3 and GTA Online. Is there one of those you'd like to win?
Or the Nebula.
Geralt!
GTA Online?
What?
GTA Online?
GTA Online? All right. You were playing CSG Trivia. Now, how long have you been listening to the show?
Give it a second. It's bouncing off the moon and returning. There it goes again.
This isn't one of the questions. You can get this one wrong. It's okay.
A weird stranger, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, how long have you been listening to the show?
Long.
Long. Okay, cool. So you should hopefully know the answers to all these. We have 5 questions. You have to get, we'll say you have to get 3 of them correct to win GTA Online, okay?
Okay.
All right, first question. Which other podcast or podcast hosts do we normally have on the show around Easter each year? Which other podcasts do we normally have on around Easter each year? As she brings up YouTube and searches the backlog.
I have no idea.
Can we give hints, like slight hints?
That'd be great.
We'll give us
Is that allowed,
slight hint.
Jeremiah?
One
No,
slight hint.
I don't want her to win. Don't.
Yeah,
no
we
slight
don't
hints.
want her to win.
Just lose.
One slight hint is acceptable.
Joel's got that Christmas spirit screwed.
All right, Dave, what's your slight hint?
There are 2 of them. Other podcast.
2 of them. Yeah, I don't know. That was before my time.
Oh.
So, Scanner Barkley? Is that a
2
podcast?
Scanner Barkleys.
No, Scanner Barkley.
Scanner and Barkley.
Scanner Barkley is not a podcast. He is a beautiful,
I didn't
beautiful
think so.
Irish man. The correct answer is the Dark Souls 2. Which I guess we oughta start, see if we can book them this year again.
I wouldn't have gotten that correct.
But James, you've been on those episodes.
I wasn't on that episode.
Both years? You've missed both of them?
Yep.
Wow, that's weird. Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. All right. Question number 2. James is the oldest host.
Yay.
And Jeremiah is the youngest. But who is older, Joel or Dave?
Go with Dave.
That is incorrect. That is incorrect. Joel is actually older. Despite all physical characteristics you would normally judge someone's age, Joel is ageless. I'm pretty
Many
sure.
physical characteristics.
When he's 50, he's gonna look.
I'm a vampire.
He's gonna look basically like this.
Or as we call him, good old Papa Joel.
All right.
Tell us a story, Papa Joel.
That is 2 questions wrong. If you get another one wrong, you are winning whatever horrible games we can dream up. So you got to.
We may buy a game just to make it even extra horrible.
We might buy something specifically for you. But
I feel like if she loses all of these, she has to buy us a game.
All right, which host teared up when they went to buy Star Wars toys at Toys R Us?
Joel.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. That was an easy one.
Yeah, that was an easy one.
That's a gimme. That's a gimme. All right, question number 4. How many cores are in Dave's CPU?
2.
Oh, that's not correct. I'm sorry.
I am offended.
Dave has
I
a
am purely
hexacore.
offended.
He never
My
shuts
phone
up about
doesn't
it.
even have 2 cores. Gosh, peasant.
All right, now you've gotten one correct. This is the last question. You're not winning GTA Online, but the severity of the crappiness of the games you do win will be decided by your answer to this question. Question number 5. How many of the hosts have had SLI setups this year before dropping them and going back to a single card? How many of us have run SLI before dropping that and going back to a single card?
Pick a number 1 through 4.
2.
I'm sorry, that is not correct. 3. Now, 2 is a good guess because you'd assume Dave and I. But Joel actually ran SLI this year for like a whole week before he gave up. He really only bought it because he wanted to have a better Witcher 3 experience than Dave.
That's it.
That was the entire reason.
That lasted literally days.
Moments.
And then he went back down to his couch to play Witcher.
Yep.
All right. But please write into the show. Oh, wait, we have your email.
Wait, what is the email address again?
casualshenanigans@gmail.com. Do you even have a Steam account?
No, I do not.
We have to buy her a PlayStation game.
They have some games on sale.
Oh, there's
right now.
James, can you make some recommendations? Okay, write in with your PSN ID. Pretend like we don't already know it. Write in with your PSN ID. And we'll hook you up with something amazing, we promise.
Amazing.
It's going to be really amazing.
Amazingly crappy.
All right, Weird Stranger, thank you for coming out this evening. I think she's gone.
Yay!
I guess she's gone. I don't know. She's not saying anything.
I said thanks.
Oh,
dang
sorry.
it.
I don't think the mic.
Awkward.
picked it up.
I think your sensitivity might be a little too low.
Yeah, I think it cut
for
that out.
TeamSpeak.
That's okay though. Thank you for coming out and playing CSG Trivia on the Lootcast, and we're gonna throw you back into the pool with everyone else now. Bye.
Bye.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right. It's now time for Dave's Loot Stories. Now the Lootcast is really a celebration of one man. The rest of us play along, we tell our stories, we sing the tune, but the Lootcast became a thing when Dave told the immortal story 2 years ago. On this date, 2 years ago, Dave told the story about stuffing dead bodies full of loot in Stalker and dragging them as dead human pack mules back to a trading post.
Well, it would explode them like pinatas just to sell them at like 10% of their value for all those guns.
So Dave, what do you got this year? Lay it on us.
To start things off, I've got a Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl throwback loot story in honor of my loot pinata corpses. It doesn't quite top it, I don't think, but I was telling Joel this one. In the main campaign of Stalker, there's a point, probably 12 or so hours into the main story, where you lose all of your loot. You're robbed, and you don't get it back for like probably 2 more hours of the campaign. Like you have to basically start with like the crappiest pistol in the game, and for a few hours you're trying to steal and loot whatever you can to get this mission done to then eventually get your stuff back. My first playthrough, I thought that was awesome, even though I was really angry that I lost my loot. I spent hours gathering like nice weapons to just play that couple hours. I didn't know at the time how long that would take. Like I didn't know it was just going to be 2 hours and I got it all back. I thought it was gone forever at first. So I spent hours trading, looting, dragging corpses, selling weapons to get good guns back, only then to get all my loot back later. Well, I loved Shadow of Chernobyl. I played through that game probably 4 times all the way through now. On my second playthrough, I knew it was coming. I knew that I was going to lose my loot. And usually I worship the lore. I'm all about the lore being in the story and whatnot.
Worship the lore.
I draw the lore line at messing with my loot. So my second playthrough, I broke the story because I knew that I was going to lose all my loot soon. The point in which you lose all your gear, you're in Stalker, there's like different zones, like open world zones that you go through. You lose your loot, probably, I think it's 3 solid open world zones into the interior of the zone. Knowing I was going to lose my loot in the main campaign, I traveled for almost an hour back to the edge of the map, to the starting area where there was a box I knew that wouldn't lose the loot. right before the point in the story where I would get robbed and lose all my stuff, and I dumped it all into a crate, traveled an hour back into the interior of the zone, continued the story. They robbed me, got.
Did you have to drag that crate back?
No, I left it all in a crate that I knew would save. It was one that I knew would save.
You didn't drag it back in a crate. It was just a crate back at the starting area.
I had to travel an hour to get to the crate because the NPCs in Stalker could actually loot containers.
Did you have to hide it?
I had to find a container that was hidden in the starting area that no one would be near. I knew would be safe. So I traveled an hour to the edge of the map, dumped all my crap, and then went back into the interior another hour just to get robbed, to then travel another hour back to get it all back again.
Gosh.
And then another hour back into the interior of the zone to continue the story. But I did so with all my crap. And that is my first loot story. And for my second loot story, I have some notes here. If you guys haven't seen it, I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4 recently, but not like the game like peasants. I've been playing Dave Rebuilds the Apocalypse with his bare hands. I unlocked the memory limit for the crafting of settlements in Fallout 4. And me being me, I couldn't just use console commands to give myself a bunch of crap to build my huge memory exploding settlement with. I had to do it all by hand. I'm estimating that based on my frame rate drops and how long I've spent on this settlement, which is around 60 hours, that I'm around 1,000% of the original build limits for Fallout 4. But to build this settlement, like I said, I had to loot each one of these junk items by hand and then use them to build up the settlement. According to my Pip-Boy, I have hand looted, like clicking the button, item by item, over 19,000 individual pieces of loot, over 140 hours of gameplay.
You've played 140 hours of Fallout 4?
Yes.
And honestly, 80% of that is crafting.
60 hours
80?
in crafting Sanctuary alone. 20 with the rest of the crappy settlement. Screw them. Besides the 19,000 individual junk pieces of loot, I have some perks where I can get some rare crafting materials from taking like armor and weapons apart. So I have also brought over 3,000 pieces of armor and weapons back to my settlement and then gone into the individual like benches and taken them apart for their materials. 3,000 for a total of over 21,000 pieces of loot destroyed or crafted to rebuild Fortress Sanctuary. I'm really upset that it tracks that. I didn't want to see those numbers.
Oh, can I mention something quickly? What you guys
Yeah.
said? I was listening to last week's podcast, and I'm not trying to deviate at all. But Dave, you were talking about the review of Fallout. You know, saying like, the crafting, is really good. You gave it like I think you said 9.2. If I'm
it bumped up the score for me, honestly.
And then Jeremiah said something. If they didn't have crafting, what review would you give? And the one thing I thought about that I think you honestly don't have a great opinion yet to review the main game. That I would say if there was no crafting, I would need to see you actually playing 100 hours of not crafting, or like maybe 50 hours of just main story in the game to go, all right, give me a review. Because I don't think you, Dave, or I personally had a part where you can be like, if it didn't have crafting, I don't know if I'd like it. Well, you haven't played the main game yet.
But I have. I'm about halfway through the Railroad, halfway through the Brotherhood, almost all the way through the Minuteman quest. And for the main quest, I'm probably only a few hours behind you, Joel. Like, only a few. Because they're not super long. So. Yeah, I've gotten a good dip into the rest of the game, but I'm all in for the settlement crafting. Oh, not just the tip. And finally, I'll have a video for this probably at some point later. Just one quickie story to wrap things up. Also Fallout 4 related. This happened just yesterday. I ran across a faction of really creepy people who tried to get me to join their clan. And I agreed to go to the interview where they interview your Fallout character to see if you're going to get into the clan. And he basically said to get into the clan, you just give up all of your worldly possessions. And I was like, full stop. Are you asking me for my loot, my prized possessions that I have carefully handcrafted? And I have pretty high charisma, so I had a dialogue option where, even though up to this point I was being really nice to the guy, I'm excited to learn about your clan. Tell me more about it. Let's do the interview. At this point, my guy just goes, you think I'm stupid, don't you? And then the guy just goes full out. He's like, look, I want all your stuff. We can do this the hard way or the easy way. And I basically said, my character was a pretty awesome line, actually. He goes this is how this works. I'm standing up from this chair. I'm walking out of here. And what happens after that is up to you, talking to the clan leader. And then the dialogue ends. all the clan people go hostile. I'm like in this like little interview room with an open window. He starts to stand up, and he's like, red and hostile. And I noticed in the window, a bunch of his followers were like watching the open window, watching the interview with guns out. I immediately go into the VATS, the targeting system in Fallout. I noticed that, oh man, I'm level 47, 8 levels through crafting, by the way. 8 of those are just from crafting XP. I'm level 48. This guy's like a level 6. I'm like, man, if I murder these people, like, it's not going to be a fight. Like, I'm going to massacre them. I hesitated for like a half second. And I'm like, nope, you know what? They were after my loot. It's over. Pull out the 44 Magnum, headshot, blood everywhere. I then slow walked out the door and just bang, bang, bang. I literally slow walked. They were just like all shooting. And by the end of it, I actually felt a little bad. Like they were panicking and running, like hiding behind things. I was just slow walking. Bang.
I love the guy that you shot in the
Night
chest
falls
and his whole body exploded.
There were eyeballs flying. But in the end, I'm like, they were after my loot. Like, that's a personal affront. I killed them all. And I'm probably going to upload a video. The last video is just me, like, stealing all the red, like, this doesn't belong to you items off of all their shelves. I just took everything.
Night comes for every man.
No, no one goes after my loot. I'll kill you all.
Well,
'tis the season.
'Tis the season. All right, it's now mail time. We're switching it up a little bit.
Mail time!
You can write into casualshenanigans@gmail.com, just like Sherbets did. Sherbets of Dollarwise Gamers podcast fame. He writes into their shows. He wrote in and said, "Hello, my favorite." Oh, excuse me. He said, "My favorite shenanigan is Joel. Then James. Thanks, Sherbets." Thanks, Sherbets.
Thanks for leaving the other two just out there so me and Jeremiah can fight about it later.
The username sounds like you'd find it at like a theme park, the little ice cream little bits. Sherbet. Sherbets. Little sherbet bits.
Oh, like Dippin' Dots, but it's
Yeah.
Sherbet. Sherbets.
Yeah. Sherbets.
All right, and we also have an email from a weird stranger, as is the tradition.
You'll try to continue your excitement there.
Happy holidays, Shenana Loot Whores. First of all, Seth, a word of advice. It's Shenanigas. The way you said it in your email could be offensive to some. Anyway, I think there have been some people left out of my rankings in the past. Everyone have some eggnog, sit back, and relax while I give my Christmas rankings. 1. Dasher, you've been a big help. I'm not sure Santa could get so much done in one night without you. 2. Cupid, arguably the cutest out of all the reindeer. You had a special warm and fuzzy feeling to the entire present delivery system. 3. Comet, definitely the fastest reindeer in the group. It would take days to get it all done without you. Prancer, you've always been very open with your gayness. We all appreciate you spreading your special brand of joy throughout the season. Thanks for simply being yourself. 5. Dancer, clearly there's something going on between you and Prancer. I think it's time you came out of the closet and let the world embrace you for who you are. We love you, Dancer. You don't have to be afraid. Donner, the loudest of the reindeer. Your words are quite harsh, but necessary to keep the others in line. Blitzen, you're a little flashy for my taste, always trying to get Santa's attention. Santa loves you just as much as the others. You can stop trying so hard. Vixen, gee, I wonder how you scored such a sweet gig. Seems obvious. Just look at how you're dressed. Shakes my head. Rudolph, what an attention whore. And on top of that, such a brown noser. It's no wonder everyone picks on you. Sure, your light helped speed up the process, but I think things were still getting done before you came along. 10. Santa, really? You think it's okay to step out on your wife for an entire evening every single year? And do you think the reindeer don't know what's going on after descending down each and every chimney? They're not stupid, Santa. They have ears. Maybe you should exercise some restraint when hoing it up around the world.
Mrs. Claus actually pulled her weight.
Oh, your reindeer that you claim to care so much about, that you claim to care about so much, need counseling. How about thinking about someone else's needs for a change? And lastly, Mrs. Claus.
Oh, he does.
Ever heard that song about seeing Mama kissing Santa? Your husband is a slut, delivering his load to literally every household. I'm sure you thought fattening him up would solve this problem, but apparently people will do almost anything for a few presents. I recommend an STD test. And soap. Lots and lots of antibacterial soap.
Oh my gosh.
I guess you were the first woman to take the Hillary Clinton stand by my line cheating husband approach to fame and power. It's disappointing, and it sets a very bad example for all young women of the world. Merry Christmas, mother effers. You're welcome, a weird stranger.
Every time. It's a great email.
Thank you for
I
writing
actually
in.
enjoyed that one. That was fantastic.
And we're going
traumatizing, but
you could also write in casualshenanigans@gmail.com like Ivan did. Ivan said, "Howdy. Not sure if this is the proper approach to message you guys. It is. But I've been enjoying the heck out of the podcast. The Potato Masher videos are required viewing for
Potato
me.
masher time.
Anyway, got a quick question. I'm considering buying a gaming laptop and have settled for the Asus G751 with the GTX 980M, which is going to run me just under $1,600. My question to you is, should I even bother? I realize for that price I could build a killer rig. I'm torn. I've never built a gaming PC, but I suspect I could build one with a 980 Ti and an i7 processor and come within my budget. I have a monitor, mouse, and keyboard already. Any guidance is appreciated. What components would you use? So we're going to do a longer version of this answer on Casual Shenanigans Tech, which we're recording soon. You guys should go listen to, which is our PC component specific podcast. But we're going to give a short answer now. Dave, for $1,600, should he buy a laptop with a 980M or should he build a rig?
build a rig.
Now the question being, if you need portability, one, gaming laptops aren't that portable. They're like 10 pounds and really thick most of the time.
They're desktop replacements.
Right. But if you already have a monitor, mouse, and keyboard, if you can do a desktop, do a desktop. $1,600, I think we could get him an i7 and a 980 Ti for $1,600. We'd be skimping on a few components, but I bet we could do it, Dave. We're gonna do it on the next Casual Shenanigans Tech
128
podcast.
gig SSD boot drive, $30. We can do it.
Yeah, I think we
do it.
I think we can. And for his question about, I've never built a gaming PC, but I suspect I could build one. You could. You totally could. They're not that hard. There's easy guides online. It's not that many parts. It's not that hard to put together. And if you buy very standardized parts, like if you don't get anything crazy, you do kind of a middle of the road build, which your budget will definitely allow you to do, then there's not a whole lot that can go wrong. Like if you buy the same standard parts as everybody else, then it'll work. It'll be fine. Just knowing the different components' names, like you seem to know enough of what you're talking about that I think you could definitely handle this. So on the Casual Shenanigans Tech podcast, we will be answering this in more length and we'll be giving you some recommendations on parts guides and everything else. But short answer, if you want to go with a 980 Ti and an i7 on a $1,600 budget, you're going to have a cheap case. You're going to have a small SSD with a bigger spindle drive to store all your games on. You're going to have probably 16 gigs of memory, maybe 8, upgrading to 16 later, and you're going to be using a Hyper 212 cooler. It's not going to be sexy, except for that 980 Ti, which is going to butcher everything. I'm guessing you have a 1080p monitor. If you don't have a gaming PC, you probably have a 1080p monitor. That 980 Ti will be good for years.
Yeah, how does The Witcher 3 on literally every ultra setting at 60 FPS VSync sound? Because that'll get you every setting at ultra.
Yeah, that'll be really, really awesome. So we'll give you some recommendations.
Just give me a minute, guys.
And if you could maybe give some more use cases, like how you're going to use it.
Yeah.
Because if you need it for college and you need it to be portable to go to class, we're saying, no, totally build a gaming desktop.
Yeah, with a 12-inch long 980 Ti.
I'd recommend spending $1,400 on a desktop and getting a Chromebook to sustain you in class. Honestly. My sister has a Chromebook. It was like a $150 one she got a couple years ago. It's really good. I mean, really, just for taking notes in class, doing like...
I would love one of those for taking notes in class.
They're super slim. Like it's a tiny bit bigger than a new MacBook, like one of the super slim MacBooks. And it's fast enough for everything it does. Like it works pretty well. Like it's a pretty sweet little computer for $150. It feels like the build quality of a much, much nicer computer. But it is time for Joel's Bullshit Christmas Trivia Round 3. Oh, you should have been like, it's time for bullshit.
Bullshit Christmas time.
Let's grab Justin.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Justin.
Hey, how's it going?
You are from the Dollar-Wise Gamers who've been on the podcast. I'm just introducing you to everyone else.
Disqualified.
I might disqualify myself because, these questions are hard, Joel.
Are you ready to play Joel's Bullshit Christmas Trivia?
Yeah, I think so.
Now, Justin, you already own GTA. You already.
Yeah, go ahead.
You already own Fallout 4. Do you own The Witcher 3?
I do own The Witcher 3. I've got like 40 hours in that game.
Now, let me make you an offer here. How would you like to play for a copy of Arma 3?
I would like to play for a copy of Arma 3.
One of us.
But I've already got Arma 3 sitting in my checkout on Steam if I don't win. So
leave it in the checkout, but you have the opportunity to win it for free pretty soon.
All right.
Joel, take it away.
Sure you don't want to win the Nebula over a copy of Arma.
It's tough, Joel. I'm really sorry. I don't know. Can I
You're
think
gonna
about it?
know. You're gonna know as soon as you start playing Arma. You're like, I should have chose Nebula.
You should have chosen the suffering.
You're playing by yourself in a really laggy ass server. You're like, oh, let me get in this car. Nope, doesn't work. Explodes.
And you're like, man, Bloodborne is not what I expected.
All right. Well, here we go. Which is true? A. Wassail, how do you say just wassail, is actually from the Egyptian tenets of goodwill, meaning drink up and relax. Or B. Wassail is from the Old Norse, meaning good health.
I think it's wassail.
Is it wassail?
Wassail, I think.
We'll go with wassail.
I'm going to go with B.
Wassail is from the Old Norse, meaning good health?
Meaning good health.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Nice.
All right.
Congratulations, you're one step closer to getting Arma.
Joel,
I've gotten as many right as Weird Stranger did too. Your first question.
All right, here we go. The next one. Here we go. Which is true? A. Basketball is outlawed in China on Christmas Day because spherical shapes are highly regarded as powerful images, and to be used and bounced around on this holiday is very disgraceful. Or B. The earliest known Christmas tree ornaments were apples.
I will go with B.
Ass! You're gonna win Arma! No! I'm trying to help you out.
It's like
And the
nobody
squad
wins.
grows to 12.
All right, now you've won Arma. Now, Justin, since we're friends, I'm gonna make this a little harder. We're gonna double or nothing here.
Ooh.
You can win Arma right now if you walk away. If you get the third question right, you can win a game in addition to Arma that's of our choosing. A good game from the winter sale that we will choose at a later date. Or you can walk away and take Arma right now.
Arma 3 DLC!
I think it'll be more entertaining if I double down, so I'll double down.
All right, you'll double down. Now, if you lose, you're going to get Shower with Your Dad Simulator. Just so you know.
Which is better than Arma 3. Okay, here we go. The last one. Which is true? A popular song written by a German singer-songwriter that is sung during the holidays is called Weltschmerz. Or B, the most popular Christmas dinner tradition in Japan is to eat Kentucky Fried Chicken. Dude, if you lose, you win.
I'm gonna go with A.
A popular song written by a German singer-songwriter. You think that one's true?
Yes.
Yeah! You don't get Arma 3.
You do not win Arma 3 plus random other game of our choosing. You win Shower with Our Dad Simulator. Or Shower with My Dad Simulator. Not our dad. Not our dad.
Whoa.
Shower with my dad simulator. Your dad. Shower with your dad simulator.
Shower with somebody's dad.
Simulate shower with people's dads.
Just get a dad in there.
Anybody's dad.
Can we get a dad, please?
But thank you for playing, Justin.
Yeah, not a problem.
All right, and we will have
You might want to go ahead and purchase that game now.
Yeah, you can do it. If you're going to buy
Actually,
it, you can go and buy
it's not on. Is it on sale?
Yeah,
It
it is
is.
on sale.
It's $30 today,
Yep.
yeah.
Not the
Nice.
cheapest it's ever been, but
$30
is.
whole dollars.
Joel, shut up.
Jeremiah, it doesn't bother me because Joel's opinion on armor doesn't matter because he didn't believe that medics were a real thing that army people actually need.
He also thought our job as protectors of a country.
Pretend play. I'm military guy sitting in my cubicle playing military.
How
games.
many Star Wars toys are on your desk right now?
I run on rooftops and kill people.
How many Star Wars toys for children are on the desk of you, 30-year-old man?
I know. Like,
Luke, John, I got a giant sword, no pants on.
10. Where's my bell? I'm in Star Wars right now.
All right. Thank you, Justin.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. See you later.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right. He will be on the podcast again soon.
Cubicle. what? Every time I think of the game, I just think of sitting in a gray cubicle playing it.
All right. It's now time for What Are You Playing This Week? The part of the show where we talk about what we're playing this week. Joel, would you like to go first?
Yeah, one last thing. Are we going to do the other challenge to have highlighted right here? Okay, I was just making sure.
No. We're gonna do the other one I added. Remember I said we're gonna save yours.
Got it. Where is that? Where's that section? Did you add it?
I didn't add. I'll add it right now. Okay. Joel,
time.
while I'm adding it, what have you been playing this week?
35 hours of Star Wars Battlefront.
35.
Lots and lots of Assassin's Creed. I'm very close to the end. I just got to a really cool part. It has to do with World War One, and that was awesome. And a decent amount of Fallout 4. I think Fallout 4 and Witcher 3 are going to be my slow burn games for the next couple of years. I think, just like because like Witcher, like when you go to jump in to play it, you go, you're not going to do much in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You'll do a decent amount in 2 hours, but not 30 minutes. So it's not a game I jump into like going, hey, I'll just play for a little bit. So I've been playing a lot of Star Wars, Assassin's Creed, and I finished Bloodborne DLC, so that was fun. So those 3 games mostly.
Cool. Dave?
Lots of Battlefront with Joel. His squeals of glee have not subsided in literally weeks. Does love his Star Wars. A lot of Fallout crafting. No Witcher this week. I'm actually getting ready to dive back into that with a mod review and then some more Hearts of Stone here very shortly, though. I'm excited to get back into it. Yeah. This week it's actually mainly been Star Wars and Fallout because we had lots of Star Wars related stuff going on last week. It's pretty busy.
Mm-hmm. James?
Shadows of Mordor. Played some Battlefront. Played a little bit of Halo 5. And a little bit of Guitar Hero Live.
Oh, you bought Guitar Hero Live?
You got Guitar Hero Live?
I did.
I didn't know you were a fan of that game.
Or those games. I do like guitar. But Target had the 2 guitar bundle. Like it's the $150 bundle. They're supposed to have the 1 guitar bundle on sale this week for $79.99. But they also marked down the 2 guitar bundle, and then they had a 40% off cartwheel thing. So it was like $40-some for 2 guitars in the game. So I bought it.
So how much did you buy it because of the deal, and how much did you buy it because you really wanted to play it?
Well, no, I've been looking at it for a while.
Oh, okay.
But that was kind of like, that's a buyer.
What was the deal?
Like, makes sense now.
What was the deal, James?
Everything I just said.
How much was it? Like, how much was it for the deal?
It's $48.
$48, okay.
For the $150 bundle.
Cool. I've been playing Battlefront with Joel and Dave. I think I'm about done with it, though. I'm probably going to send it back. Star Wars is fun, but there really isn't that much content in the game, and it's the same Call of Duty, Battlefield, like just the same exploits people are doing, the same junk I don't like about the last few versions of those games I don't like about Battlefront. There's grenade spam absolutely everywhere. There's people camping in places, just picking people off. And there's very little playing the objective on the objective-based maps, and there's a whole lot of just killing people and running around, and who gives a crap about the objective?
I said I'd get better at that.
So, like, I don't, it works well. Everything about it works well, but I'm not really feeling it. I like playing with you guys and everything, but I don't know. I'm kind of done with it, I think.
Wait till after Christmas, Grinch.
No, I don't think I will.
I'll play with you, Dave. I'll follow you anywhere.
I am really excited about...
My brother Jonah, my brother Jeremiah has it. Joy plays it. Dave plays it.
A loyal Jeremiah.
Jeremiah's friend plays it. So we have actually a pretty big group playing it now.
You're saying you won't miss me. I get it.
No, we won't.
No, it's fine with you guys. Like you guys liking it. Like I'm not trying to tell you not to like it.
Don't play it.
It's the same Star Wars. I like Star Wars. I like all the Star Wars stuff. It's very faithful to Star Wars, but the junk I don't like about Call of Duty and Battlefield right now, it's all present in this game. So I don't like it for the same reasons. I haven't liked the last couple versions of those. I also played a little bit of Hearts of Stone, still making good progress through it, still enjoying it, but I haven't really had time to play anything else. I've been busy doing other stuff, getting ready to move. I'm really excited. I kind of hope our next big multiplayer game is going to be The Division, because all of the alpha, people who played the alpha who were commenting on the subreddit and stuff, people really, really enjoyed it. So I'm kind of excited. I hope we all get that. We'll get that one on PC maybe, because we've played a couple PS4 ones here.
I think it's time.
But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that in the spring. It's now time for the last giveaway on the show, and then we're going to have a write-in giveaway. It's now time for the last giveaway of the evening, and we're going to drag somebody in to play that right now.
Kicking and screaming.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Wrench.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good.
How long have you been listening to the show?
I started listening around episode 20, but I've heard them all.
Oh, wow. You've been listening for a long time.
Wow.
I hope we've gotten a lot better over the years. Well, thank you for listening. Are you ready to possibly win a game?
I hope.
All right. What's your system of choice?
Let's go PC.
PC. Okay. So The Witcher 3 has not been claimed. Do you have The Witcher 3? Are you interested in The Witcher 3?
It sounds like a winner.
All right, sweet. So you are playing
does.
for The Witcher 3. You are not playing Joel's bullshit Christmas trivia. You are playing which of these things did Joel not say this year? A game where we read you off. Will be 3 sections of things that Joel has said this year, and in each section there will be one thing that Joel did not say, and you have to pick that one out. Okay?
Sounds good. Let's give it a go.
You gotta get 2 out of 3. Now these weren't all said on the podcast, so some of these you got to know Joel and kind of know what would Joel say, and you'll be able to figure it out from there. You've been listening since episode 20. You should be okay. So number 1, A, that shit's unwreckable. B, monkeys are weird. Imagine having hair on your arms and legs. Or C, I don't know why the dolphin swimming gets me so hard. I mean, makes me laugh so hard. Which one of those did Joel not say?
I'm going to have to go with B.
Monkeys are weird. Imagine having hair on your arms and legs?
Yeah.
That is correct.
What are you playing for again?
He's playing for The Witcher 3. All right. Number 2. A. 1 or 2 things are going to happen. 1, 2, or B. All right, option number B. This is when Joel's talking about his new Pip-Boy. That hole is a tad big for me, but I'll wrap some tape around to make it bigger. C. I'm so juicy with excitement.
Oh, man. Well, the problem is Joel, I'm sure, has said all of these at some point in time.
That's a good
guess. Yeah.
I'm going to say option A.
1 or 2 things are going to happen. 1, 2, or B.
Correct.
That is incorrect. I am sorry.
Oh.
The correct answer is I'm so juicy with excitement. As far as we know, Joel has never been juicy with excitement.
Oh, but let's be honest. Joel has said it. Come on.
he probably, yeah, you're right.
I felt it, but I'm not sure if I've said it.
You felt? What does feeling juicy feel like?
Probably just really sweaty and excited. I'm just saying.
He has said it before, too. He knows.
All right.
Joel.
All right, you got to get this third one right. All right. A, my eyes are falling asleep. B, an apple a day is the doctor's way. Or C, James, 4 more days. Joel, dude, I want to put myself in carbonation.
B sounds like the most normal thing, so I'm going to choose that.
B is correct. You have won a copy of The Witcher 3. Joel has never said an apple a day is the doctor's way.
He hasn't said it yet.
But he definitely says the carbonation thing, which my 7-year-old son can say carbonite.
Well, I think Joel can say
Multiple
carbonite.
times.
He just confused it with carbonation.
Yeah,
multiple times.
Yeah, I've said it twice that way.
Do you mean to say heart or hibernation, Joel?
No, I was saying, like, I
carbonite.
want to put myself in carbonite like Han Solo so I could wait for Star Wars.
Oh.
But I said, I'm going to put myself into carbonation.
What did I say to that?
What? I don't know. You're just like,
I'm going to enjoy a nice, refreshing
bummed.
drink while I wait for the movie.
All right, Wrench, thank you for listening to the show for so long. Actually, we really appreciate it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is great.
Absolutely. Make sure to write in to casualshenanigans@gmail.com, which you're probably tired of hearing at this point. Write in with your Steam ID and the game you won, and we will hook you up with The Witcher 3.
I'll do that. Thank you.
Thanks for coming out, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right. Before we go this year, someone mentioned something on Twitter, which kind of made sense. We should have a write-in contest. For someone who maybe, not everybody is able to be on the show at this time.
Like a weird stranger.
At the time we record. And then not everyone...
Isn't able to be on during the podcast tonight.
Not everyone likes talking in front of other people. Like, not everyone wants to get broadcast.
or is able to watch it live.
Yeah, and not everyone wants to be broadcast
most of
for...
our user base is not watching it live.
Exactly. And not everyone wants to be broadcast for hundreds or thousands of people to listen to. So...
That's me. Oh, wait.
So we need to come up with something for you to write in with. Actually, maybe let's just have everybody, if you haven't won a game already tonight, write in to casualshenanigans@gmail.com, and in the subject line, you must put write in entry. Write in entry and put your Steam name in the body of the email. Write in entry. Do that. And before the next podcast, sometime during the Steam Christmas sale, we will write to the winner and we will give you the choice of a few different games that are on sale for the Steam Christmas sale. So write in, subject line, write in entry. So that has been the 2015 Lootcast.
Oh, we're not doing the last one.
Oh, you want to do the last one? You want to give away more?
Well, do we have anything left to give?
Well, we can just buy something to give. I'm nervous.
Like the Nebula.
I'm sorry, Joel.
Someone wants Arma 3 before the Nebula. I hate all you guys.
Okay, but
This
not
pleases
everyone.
me so much.
Not everyone likes board games, Joel.
Gosh. Gamers are nerdy enough.
Not
to
everyone
like
likes
board
your
games.
board game, Joel.
I know, but I want to force them to like it.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll drag someone else in here. This
I just
last
want to
one
see
though.
someone do this challenge.
This one's hard though. This is hard. So if they can't do it, that's okay. There's absolutely zero pressure to do this challenge. If this isn't your thing, like you may not physically be able to do this, and it's not even your fault. So if you can't, that's totally fine, and we'll give you some garbage. So I'm gonna choose somebody who hasn't gone yet.
User was moved to your channel.
Erie. Hello. Erie?
You
Erie
are
X?
muted, just so you know.
Hello, guys.
How's it going?
Do you have a lightsaber on in your room?
Might be. No, sorry. I'm good.
There is an epic buzzing noise going on in your room. That is pretty impressive.
How's that plane flight going right now? Are you gonna reach your destination soon?
He's in the generator room of his Fallout settlement.
It was probably the fan.
It's all right. All right, now, do you ever do voice impressions, Erie X?
No.
Well, you're about to.
All right, if you can do, let's say, okay, if you can do one of these, Joel, because these
You
might
can
be kind of
choose.
hard.
You can choose. You
get to choose. If you can do one of these voice impressions decently well, you will win a game that we will decide afterwards, because we technically gave away all the games we had planned. If you don't, if you can't do it, you'll win a copy of Fingered. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You have your choice of these 3 voice impressions: Donald Duck, Donald Trump, or Jar Jar Binks?
Who would you like to see? He disconnects.
No, let's try with Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. You're gonna do a Donald Trump impression for. We'll come up with. We'll ask you some good games later. Like we technically didn't have any more on the list, but we'll hook you up with something good if you can do this. Okay.
All right.
All right. Whenever you're ready.
I'm really glad to be here. This is a huge podcast.
That's pretty good. Do more. Do more.
I really appreciate all the hard work you've done for the nation.
Yes. Who'll make America great again?
You're making America great.
That's actually not bad. I'm guessing you're not from America. Would that be a safe assumption?
Yeah, I am not.
Okay. What's more impressive is you know what Donald Trump sounds like. Oh, I guess actually the rest of the world's just probably watching this go down in flames. This is probably
it's
in horror.
an international show.
It's not a show. It's an election for our future.
No, I mean a show.
Joke.
Yeah, I did. Oh, okay. Sorry. All right. Well, ErieX, we will write into casualshenanigans@gmail.com with your Steam ID or your PSN ID if you would rather get something on PS4, and we will we'll pick some options off the Steam sale and we'll let you pick from one of them. Sound good?
Excellent.
All right. Thanks very much, man.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
It was really fun to hear you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Bye.
Take care.
Joel, do you want to do any of those impressions?
I think I could do Donald Duck maybe. What would Donald Duck say? Like, what would just give me like a line to say so I can.
I don't know.
James.
I'm not really sure.
This is gonna be so horrible.
Let's end this podcast so I can play Battlefront.
What was that? Did you just explode?
I was exploding. Shot.
Take two, Joel. Take two.
Thanks, guys, for coming out. It's like a gremlin. I don't know what that is. Oh gosh. Yeah, let's just stop it. Stop it here.
Wait, why didn't you go for Jar Jar Binks? I mean, I figured that would be the easy one.
Put it all down.
Yeah, I guess I would be there.
It's a love you podcast, Annie.
Kind of like that, but it's a little bit.
Why did it so
After he's been smoking.
Does it always have to end with Annie? Is that everything Jar Jar says?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. As we wind down the podcast, if you want a game tonight, write into casualshenanigans@gmail.com with the information we asked for, and we will hook you up. If we gave away a game that we hadn't actually purchased yet and we told you to write in, we will email you back and talk about that. Over the next couple days, depending on stuff around Christmas, like it may take us a day or two to get back to you, but we will we'll get back to you. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you, everyone, for listening to the show. This year has been a big year for us. We started our own YouTube channel, which is now over 600 subscribers. We are getting record numbers on audio downloads. Our videos went down a little bit because we switched from me and Dave's channels, which are bigger, to a standalone Casual Shenanigans channel. But the website's doing good. Everything's doing good. The podcast experienced growth this year. We like you guys. We love everybody who writes into the show, except a weird stranger. Everybody who tweets at us, everybody who supports us on Patreon. Like, this is a really fun show to do. It's one of the favorite times of my week is hanging out with my friends, hanging out with my best friends, talking about arguing about games most of the time. But,
yeah, arguing violently sometimes.
And
confessions.
Just to tease next year a little bit, I'm going to be moving into Dave and Joel's hometown, which is something that's been in the works for over a year now.
Dave and Joel's home. That's right. We live together.
Taiwan.
But we've got some plans for some standalone videos that we'll be doing. Some easier to do stuff once we're all mostly together in the same place. James will be able to drive up. It'll be easier now to get the four of us together because me and James won't both have to drive way out of our way. Only James will have to now. Yay! But we've got plans for more special stuff we want to do. So
I could make all your road trip dreams come true, though, to come visit me. Just three guys hanging out in a car.
It's mostly
all
your
those
road trip
dreams.
dreams, James. You're the one who likes road trips a lot. I want to take some road trips next year. I really do. We gotta plan after I move. Like I'm not really thinking about anything else up until that point. But do you guys have anything else you want to say before we wrap it down tonight?
Yeah, I'll just echo what you said. Good stuff. And we are getting requests, by the way, in the chat to play the Christmas song for the outro.
We are going to play the Christmas song for the outro. Joel and James. Joel, you're going to be gone now for a couple more weeks, aren't you?
Yeah, I just want to focus until they cannot do visual effects anymore. So I'm hoping to just keep them motivated to get it done. So because right now they don't have any client projects, or not a lot. So I do what I must.
James, did you say something? It looked like it muted.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Cool. Do you have anything else you want to say before we end?
Be safe this holiday season.
All right, Dad.
Podcast Dad.
Text your parents when you get to wherever you're going.
I never do that. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. A Merry Christmas or a Happy Holidays or a Happy Kwanzaa. Thank you guys for coming out. And now we'll leave you with, Jill, what would you call this song?
It's called the Looting Tree.
The Looting Tree.
Based off the Oh Christmas Tree song.
Exactly. We'll leave you with The Looting Tree. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting us on Patreon. Thank you for absolutely everything. You guys are awesome. And we will see you in 2 weeks for episode 127. Stay casual.
Bye, guys.
Oh, that's very beautiful, Shane.
Oh, looting tree, your gifts are so delightful. Oh, looting tree, thy coins fill my bulging purse. Just when you think I could hold no more, I stuff the rest in my trusty horse. Oh, looting tree, your treasures always satisfy. Oh, looting tree, your loins of gold fill me with glee. Oh, looting tree, my body's clean and ready.
For every year that goes on by, I hope we never have to say goodbye. Oh, hell no. Oh, looting tree, if you leave me, I'm gonna die.
Oh, looting tree, where are my piles gold and gleaming? Oh, looting tree, I think I might start screaming.
Dude, whoever stole my precious loot, I'll skin him dead and then I'll shoot. Oh, looting tree, oh, you son of a bitch, I bet it's Dave who stole my loot. Dave, did you steal my loot? Dave, did you steal my loot? I'm gonna kick your ass, you son of a bitch. Get back here, I'm gonna